Hey, it's me, Tommy. Thanks for coming back. So today I'm here to talk about one thing, and that's how to get great quality 4K footage on as minimum of a budget as possible. So I remember when I got my GH5, I was super excited. I sold all my other camera gear so I could get the GH5 and a good starting lens with it to get into the Micro Four Thirds system. Problem is, I was so invested into this new system that I didn't want to take it anywhere, because if I dropped my camera or lost it, then I would be out of a camera and I wouldn't be able to do my YouTube videos anymore. So I started looking into an alternative camera, but I didn't have the budget to buy another GH5. Now, what most people would probably tell you who already have one of the Panasonic cameras is you should go get a G7. I disagree. I think you should look at the GX85. So I'm not going to tell you every single thing about this camera, all the little details of all the menus. If you're really interested in that, you can look it up yourself. What I'm going to tell you about is what makes me excited about this camera and why I'm so happy that I got it. First off, it records 4K 100 megabits per second, and you can very closely match the color profile of the GH5. All you have to do is hack it and you can get the Cinelec D profile. And I've done that hack and you can find it on my channel. There's a link to that in the description of this video. So right now I'm recording 4K in Cinelec D on the GX85. Here's what it looks like. Also, I went to a performance that my best friend was doing, and I just took this camera in my pocket because I wanted to catch a couple pieces for him to remember it by. And here's what the footage looked like. Now, if you ask me, that is some really great quality footage for a camera you can find for $400 with the kit lens that came with it. Not only that, this camera also has in-body image stabilization, the thing that's so exciting about the GH5 and why so many people bought it. This one has it too. So we've got great 4K, we can get Cinelec D very easily, that only takes a couple minutes, and it has in-body image stabilization. That's pretty awesome. It does have a tilty screen, but it doesn't tilt out 180 degrees so you can look at it while it's looking at you. But the camera does have uncompressed 4K output via HDMI. So you can stick a monitor or an external recorder on it and get uncompressed 4K footage from this little camera. Right now, since I'm using it as my A cam and I need to monitor it, I've got my small HD focus on it, which, by the way, makes focusing super easy on any camera that you have. But that's okay, this camera has autofocus too, which I know seems like is obvious, but the camera I had before I got into the Panasonic systems was a Canon 6D, and that camera had no autofocus and no flip out screen, and I had no monitor, so that camera was a pain in the ass to film with. So I've just been recording with a little kit lens that comes with this package, and you can find this all for between $400 and $500. I'll put a link to the cheapest package I can find in the description of this video, but let's switch out the lens for something better. Also, just so you understand the zoom range that comes with this package, that's as wide as it gets, and that's as tight as it gets, which is still pretty good. Now we've got the 25mm f1.7 on here, and that lens you can find for only like 125 bucks. So even though it's a prime lens, it's super cheap and you can get all the way down to f1.7, meaning you can blur your background a whole lot better. Those are the things that I like most about the GX85. Now, there are some things that I don't like about it, like there's no input for microphones, so if you're going to record audio, you got to be doing it externally, or you can just deal with the audio that it has. Again, refer to the clip that I showed earlier to see the quality of the audio that it records. I mean, that's really the only drawback I can think about for this camera, and the reason why I would normally only recommend it as a B camera, unless you already have an external audio situation set up. At which point you can see the quality of this camera, it's pretty good. So thanks for watching, guys. I just really wanted to share this with you because if you're trying to get into 4K and you don't have the budget for a huge setup, this is a great way to get yourself in there. Or if you already have something like a GH5 and you're looking for a secondary cheap camera that you can carry around or use as a B cam, I wanted to recommend this one for you guys. So if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up on this video. Next week, I'll be doing more videos on lighting and different types of lights that you can use for your videos. Anyways, thanks for listening to me blabber on about this camera stuff. Feel free to have a great day.